Joining me now on the Rich Eisen Show is the man himself, Colt McCoy. How's life for you now, Colt?
Oh, it's good. It's good. Winning, makes these weeks in the NFL a whole lot better.
But what was it like for you, just the circumstances of it, obviously, being the Texas Longhorn legend that you are, and going into that stadium, in that state, in that uniform, in that game, and performing as you did?
Yeah, it was a whole lot of fun. I'd have been sick if we lost that game. It took me a while to get going and knock some rust off, from not being out on the field, over the last couple of years. But our defense played outstanding. They kept us in the game, and we were able, as an offense, to make some plays down the stretch that won the game for us. So we're fired up. It was a huge win for us on the road in the division, and hopefully we can continue this, get some momentum from this, and carry it forward.
Now, I know that you're showing, again, folks are, if they don't already know who you are, of course they do, but you're showing off what's in your DNA, which is talking about your team, talking about a team effort, talking about a team win. But for you, Colt, again, to go into Texas Stadium, I mean, that's the Dallas Cowboys. You're a Texas Longhorn as the day is long. You're from that state. And this is a long-time rivalry. I'm sure you grew up watching some of these games. And for you to perform as you did, had to feel in a certain way as gratifying a win as ever. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's I've had some ups and downs, talking about me personally in my career, but I wouldn't change any of the experiences that I've gained. I've learned from the things that I've done in the past. I accept what's gone on, but I always try to look at the positive. And I'm in a great place here with great coaches, great teammates. And to be honest, I was buried on the depth chart to start the season. And for things to happen the way they did, and for me to get out on the field and to play well in the second half against Tennessee and get a win, and then to play on Monday night in Dallas and go out there and play well, and our team get another victory. That's just huge for me. I'm thankful that I never hung it up. I just kept confidence in myself and in my coaches and teammates, and worked hard, and it was a whole lot of fun, very gratifying, and I appreciated it.
Who has been the McCoy safety net, the Team McCoy people that you've leaned on as you departed Cleveland, had a cup of coffee in San Francisco, and as you said, were buried in the depth chart in D.C.?
Yeah, you know what? I have a strong faith, and I got a great family, great wife, and good people around me, and I'm thankful for them. They know that I can play. They know that I never lost my confidence. I was just waiting for the next opportunity to arise, and I'm glad that I was prepared. I'm glad that I stayed focused, and it's all good. But again, hats off to our team. This was huge for us. We know we're better than 3-5, but we've got our work cut out for us. And to win 2 in a row, and hopefully we can gain some momentum from this and really play well this week. Colt,
I'm sure you're aware you're not the only McCoy who got airtime on ESPN on Monday night, right?
I know. It's show them once, show them twice. That's fine. But
how about 14 times? How about 14 times? You aware that's the count? Apparently, it was 14 times that your dad and your mom were on camera.
I'm sure they didn't like that too much either.
Hey, listen, Colt. Let me tell you something. I wouldn't want my mom and dad on television 14 times. I think you're speaking for most. Well,
maybe I'll have to put a phone call into ESPN or something about that.
Well, you know what? I have some people. I mean, I've been gone there for 11 years. But I have it in. If you want, I'll lob in a call.
Why don't you pass that along?
You got it.
We'll see if we can figure that out.
I'll lob in that call to Bristol. Before I let you go, I know your time is limited. What about next week? Has this been discussed about you getting the reins against Minnesota, or is this going to be RG3? Do you think?
Yeah, we'll see. Playing a late game Monday night. We were off yesterday. We just got in the building this morning. Started game planning for Minnesota. Jay mentioned after the game when Robert's healthy, he'll play. So, I assume if he's healthy, he'll be ready to go. But if not, I will. My preparation won't change from here on out. And it didn't really change before I started playing. I'm going to prepare as if I'm playing every week and always be ready to go. And I think the most important thing for us, internally in our organization is we just got to find a way to win. We've won 2 in a row, and we really want to keep this going.
It's just, again, remarkable, Colt, the sport, NFL, football especially, that you just never know what's going to happen. And for you to wait your turn as you did and then get that turn and take advantage of it, I think fans across the country have really plugged into that. Have you felt that at all?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I felt really good out there on Monday night. I missed some throws early on. Deshaun is really fast. I didn't judge his speed right in the first half. I missed a couple throws that I'd love to have back. But I felt like as the second half went on and we got in the fourth quarter and overtime, I just really, felt back at home. I felt it like I was in the right place, and I was seeing the defense and seeing the coverages, and, whatever Jay dialed up, I felt like I could execute it. And that, to me, is a great feeling after 2 years of, sitting on the bench and watching and learning and working hard and doing all the things I need to do to stay ready to have it all come to fruition out on the field Monday night. I'm very pleased with that, and the most important thing, like I mentioned earlier for us, is whether I'm playing or Robert's playing, we just want to find a way to win. We have a good team here. We're well coached, and we just got to keep it rolling.
Well, and it was not lost on me when a big play needed to be called. The coach at one time believed in your legs, and at one point on 4th and short believed in your arm, and that had to mean something when you're in the huddle hearing those plays called, Colt.
It did. It meant a lot, and for him to put the ball in my hands in overtime, to trust me on some play actions, to trust me on, some pocket passes. I was feeling good. I know he trusted me, and it's huge for us to get a win.
Thanks, Colt. Appreciate the time. Like I said, I know you got to run, so I really appreciate it. Congrats on the big win, and good luck moving forward.
All right. Thank you.
You bet. That is Colt McCoy, Washington Redskins quarterback, fresh off his big Monday night win here on The Rich Eisen Show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.